Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe and another video for the Walking Dead Dead City. This one's going to be doing another ranking video. We're going to be doing the top 5 most hyped events and moments coming up in the Walking Dead Dead City Season 2. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this down below, of course. This is one that I wanted to do for a while, getting ready for the second season of the Walking Dead Dead City. Obviously, there's a lot of things to look forward to in this season. There's a lot of things to get excited for, and I like to do these before a new season of the Walking Dead universe comes out, so figure we do it for Dead City as well too, especially now that we have all the information we need to have about this season. We have the trailer, we have everything like that. So yeah, there's a lot of things to get excited for this season. I mean, I've said it before, I think season 2 looks even better than season 1. Obviously, we'll have to see if that's the case, but it looks even better than Season 1 to me. And I'm very excited to see how they execute certain things in this season. So, let's get right into this thing here. So, getting things started with, and I know this one might be some controversy, starting off on number 5, my 5th most hyped thing to see this season is going to be the bear. And the reason I say the bear is because I genuinely think that this is going to be a massive lore expansion for the Walking Dead universe. You know, we've always wondered in The Walking Dead, like, obviously, normal age human beings turn into, walkers, right? And to an extent, we have seen babies turn on Fear the Walking Dead, which is a really frigged up thing. But we did see babies turn into zombies on Fear the Walking Dead. And a lot of people have always asked, like, does any of this, infection spread to animals, right? Could we ever see anything like that? And based off the footage we've seen, it looks like we are getting a walker bear, which is insane. And I'm curious to see how Maggie's going to fight that thing off. And obviously, we're going to have Hershel there too, probably. So I'm curious on that one, man. I gotta say, they really are just pitting Maggie against, like, the biggest just boss fights in this show. At first, you had the friggin' Walker King, and now you got the Bear Walker. So they're really challenging Lauren, and they're challenging Maggie, I gotta say. But I don't know, man. I'm curious to see how they do that, because it is a massive lore expansion, and it is a massive thing. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it doesn't, it's not realistic and stuff like that. I'm going to hold off until I see it, because genuinely it looks really cool. It does look really cool, and I think it could be an exciting scene, and I also think that, in general, it's expanding the lore of the franchise. Now you know that, animals can actually, die from this, infection if they get bitten or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, realistically, we could have seen Rufus the dog in Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead when he got bit. Maybe he would have turned into a, like, walker dog or something, you know what I mean? Now, I know the argument people are going to say, well, Dan, for a fact they didn't have that planned back then. No, I recognize that. It's pretty obvious. They definitely came up with this on the, on the spot, but it doesn't mean it can't be entertaining, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean it can't be, exciting, and it doesn't mean it can't be an interesting scene. So, I'm still curious on it, and I am still excited to see how they handle it. I really am. This big boss fight and stuff, I don't know. I'm very curious on it. Number 4 is going to be Hershel. Genuinely very, very excited to see what they do with this kid, because I like the actor a lot from the little that we did see of him. And Season 2, apparently, he's got a big role. He's going to be a big character. He's not captured anymore, so we're going to get to actually see more of Hershel's character. And I don't know, I'm curious to see, like, if we're going to get any big scenes between him and Negan this season. I'm curious to see what the dynamic with, his mother's going to be with Maggie. I just think that they're going to give him a lot of layers and a lot of trauma and a lot of things that, they'll probably be able to go into with the Dama with him and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting. And, like I said, I'm glad that Hershel's at that age now where we can actually make him a character, not just a young little kid. Like, he can actually be a full-on character now with, plot and, story and stuff like that, and that's really exciting. I'm very excited to see how that all kind of goes. So yeah, Hershel definitely is one of them for sure. Number 3 is then going to be the fall of the Barazi and the Croat, because this is going to happen this season. I am definitely willing to believe, maybe not all the Barazi, but at least the Croat, yeah, he's going down this season. There's no way they keep him alive. However, this is going to be something very interesting, because I've mentioned this in videos before. I do believe that Croat, obviously, well, we know this, Croat gives Negan the bat. But I believe that Negan's final ever moment with that bat, Negan's final ever Lucille kill, will be on the Croat, which I think would be very poetic, and I think that'd be really exciting to see. Given the fact that he's the one that's going to probably give that to him and stuff like that. And I think that Croat is going to do some messed up stuff. I think Negan is going to kill Croat for some very messed up things, and I think that he will finally get his revenge on the Croat, and he will put him down once and for all, which is going to be exciting. I do think that's going to be exciting. I think that'll happen in one of the final few episodes this season, but I do think Croat will go down. Now, as for the, the Dama and the rest of the Barazi, more tough to say, but at least Croat's death, I would definitely put it at number 3. I'm excited to see that moment. I'm excited because I feel like it's going to be probably the biggest moment of the show so far. So, coming in at number 2 is then going to be Bruegel and his introduction. Now, I gotta say, man, I'm seriously excited to see this character. I'm really excited. He just looks awesome in this show. Obviously, he plays Tig on Sons of Anarchy. If you're familiar with his work, that's one of his big projects right there. Absolutely phenomenal actor, absolutely phenomenal looking character so far, and I'm curious to see what they're going to do with him. Like, is he going to be a villain? Is he going to be a, kind of like an anti-hero, a full-on good guy? Doesn't seem like he's going to be a full-on good guy, but again, we'll have to see. You guys know my prediction. I think he's going to be a threat for the, Barazi at first, and then as the season progresses, I think Negan is going to team up with Bruegel and Bruegel's people to take down the Barazi, and the Bruegel, storyline will kind of simmer down a bit, and we'll find out, like, all right, like, there's ways to work with this Bruegel guy. Like, he might be a bit rough around the edges, but we can work with him, you know what I mean? I don't see Bruegel dying this season. I really don't. I don't see it happening. I think he'll make it into season 3. And probably be a massive character in that season. So, yeah, Bruegel, I'm very excited for. Admittedly, it's the most hyped thing about this season. Besides the number 1, my most exciting and excited for thing this season is going to be old school Negan. Now, there are so many reasons why this is the most exciting thing this season. I mean, we're bringing the Bat back. We're bringing back Lucille. We're bringing back, everything. I mean, we're even bringing back Lucille, the character, briefly for a hallucination by the sounds of it. And based off of some of the teasers we've seen, Hillary Burton, his real-life wife, is coming back to do a hallucination sequence for Negan, which I think is going to be really cool. And I'm very excited to see what it's like for Negan to step back into that role, bash in heads again, make people, kneel before him and stuff. Is he going to pull out the iron, right? Are we going to get that type of stuff, Just saying, missed opportunity for them not to bring Dwight in this show. Like, imagine Dwight walks in on Negan ironing someone's face. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be pretty crazy, man. That'd be pretty insane. But unfortunately, I don't think we're getting Dwight this season. But I'm excited for the Negan stuff, man. I really am. The old school, jacket, the bat and everything. I think this is going to be the last act of it, too. I think by the time that this season ends, Negan is going to put that life away. It's funny, he already did, but the Croat forced him back into this life, which is insane. And here's the thing, I think Negan is going to start becoming scared. For once, I think Negan's going to be scared, because I think he's going to genuinely realize that he enjoys doing this again, and that's going to freak him out, you know what I mean? And I think he's going to realize that he can't do this, and he's going to snap out of it, right? Which is what I think is going to end up happening. So, yeah, man, I got to say, there's a lot of things to look forward to this season. The number 1 thing for sure, Negan, being Negan, right? But I'd say these 3 things in particular, Negan and the old school Negan, Bruegel, and then the Fall of the Croat, those things right there are really, really exciting things right there, because I'm excited to see how all those things go down. It's all Negan stuff. It's all Negan related. I mean, that's why I can't wait for this season. There's going to be so many things going on, and I look forward to it, man. I really do. So post your comments down below, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe and tune in to any other videos. Sure, follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for the Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected, every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.